Notice how Moxie got skin survey and not many of us Kuro knows. That is interesting. It is interesting that they gave me, of all people, a deep dive into the skins as an anime artist. Have you acquired / purchased the following outfits? Chang-Li's outfit, Laurel Nymph. I did acquire and purchase this. Oh my god, are we going to get answer questions about this? Carlotta's outfit, Splashing Summer. I did. In the artwork, they made it look like there was going to be a special gun for Carlotta that she would use water type attacks with. And they made it look like their shoes could come off, or that they made it look like Chang-Li would be barefoot. And I don't want Wuthering Waves to be accused of clickbait. I don't want them to be accused of that. I'm an anime artist and I create characters. And so as a person who creates characters, the way you advertise those characters is important to the person who is going to spend money to own your character design. It's important. Wuthering Waves 2.4 player satisfaction survey. So I've heard about this. They ask you a bunch of questions. And from what I've heard, they genuinely listen and do the changes. It's quite crazy. You missed the character design survey? That is heartbreaking. All right, here we go. So far, how would you rate your overall experience in Wuthering Waves version 2.4? Lightly, we toss the crown. Main quests, events. Here's the thing, I didn't do the card quests yet. Carthea, Looper, both slapped. I mean, I've been very satisfied. I'm satisfied anyway. Whether or not I do the card game, I'm satisfied either way. I mean, I could always want more. There's always room for improvement. Being very satisfied doesn't mean there's not room for improvement. I am very satisfied. Story, I'll say overall satisfied. I think story could have gone a little more crazy, but they're setting up right. It was a bit of it's not a filler patch isn't the right word because it's not a filler patch, but it was a build up to the next big story, as opposed to 2.2 feeling so like self-contained and insane, kind of, with a big like climax that was just obscene. And you can't do a massive crazy climax every time, even though they did have a big climax, but not like a climax that has implications for the entire universe, right? It just didn't give you massive conclusions like 2.2 did, right? Even if you say very satisfied, they'll ask why. Yeah, I would like to write. I mean, it was really cool. It was very intricate. They addressed some really insane topics. Like, they went dark with it. I think I am very satisfied. Surveys are randomized, so you might not get some questions. Interesting. World exploration. I haven't done a ton of it, but I'm satisfied. It was good. I ran around, killed some dragons. That was a good exploration quest. Nice new world, zone, area, whatever you call it. Environment visuals, stunning, amazing. Very Elden Ring, Dark Souls. The lighting was obscene. Music and sound effects, insane. Sound work was ballistic. We had like 4 voiced songs. I mean, wow, amazing. I'm not even trying to glaze here. Performance optimizations. Okay, even for me, before I even went to Septimont, even my game started running like shit. I have a dedicated computer. I have a whole PC dedicated to gaming, and even my PC went to shit the exact second Septimont came out. So they fixed that, but that shouldn't happen. I don't know if we're going to hit vary, but I might hit vary because it basically ruined it for a lot of people. For me, with my good rig, at least it was still playable. I think you got to hit vary to really drive this home, that it's pretty unacceptable for that to happen. A lot of people couldn't even play the game. They're going to make sure that never happens again, so I'm just going to hit him with the vary. You got to be brutal, right? Got to be brutal. Combat. I mean, peak. Carthea's combat system, unbelievable. So sick. Become the god. Even Looper is awesome. I'm glad that she's not like, not every character has to be world-bendingly like OP, power creepy or whatever. All animations were nuts. Amazing. Resonator building. We've done a little bit of this. In fact, we did some today. We built Carthea. We built some of Looper. We tried to build freaking, what's her name? Zani. My one problem I have is apparently they weight the stats that you want badly. It's fun. I wouldn't say I'm satisfied because I want them to, I wouldn't mind them making it a little easier. I'm not neutral. This is going to sound a little harsh here because neutral implies I have no feelings either way. So you got to go somewhat dissatisfied. And that's only a little bit, right? It could be a little better, I think. Basically, I'm listening to the feedback of the people around me. Like, there's a struggle to get the echo tuners and stuff, right? So I'm going to hit them with the somewhat dissatisfied. I think they're going to give people a bit more materials and maybe remove the negative weighting that apparently exists on the stats. That's just not fair. They're just on purpose making it harder for you to get the stuff you want. Resonator visuals. Very satisfied. Unbelievable. I'm in awe. Every single time they go ballistic. Now, I'm not a hater. I'm not a Genshin hater. I am literally not. And I'm not here to Kurobot. I love Skirk. Beautiful, stunning character design. But after pulling Skirk and after doing a bit of Wuthering Waves or whatever, I ran around with Skirk for a bit and her animations just a little more stiff. Like, even as Wuthering Waves players, you may underappreciate how insane what they do is. The amount of animations and stuff flicking around the place are really, really, really crazy. There is so much attention to detail. I want to give them bigger than very satisfied. You've got my full satisfaction. Full. UI design? It's fine, I guess. Yeah, so I've been actually thinking about this for a while. It's pretty crazy. Okay, I got 2 points here. 2 points. Thank you for reminding me. I have a bad memory. I think about these things and it's hard for me to remember them on the spot. So definitely give your opinions because it helps me flash my opinions back. 2 problems I have with Wuthering Waves. The UI is literally pretty much just Genshin Impact's UI. When I, as a person who didn't understand that this was not a Hoyoverse game, I just thought Hoyoverse made another game to compete with their own Genshin Impact. I thought they just made Genshin Impact 2 that wasn't called Genshin Impact and had new characters. I literally thought it was the same company making the same game. As a normie who didn't, I was totally out of the gacha loop. I had no idea. I just saw there was a game called Wuthering Waves. It'd be nice if they tried to separate a little bit. Really? Really? Yes. What do you mean, really? It's almost exactly the same with a different font. But also, something that would be great to change would be the character picking UI. When you choose your characters, it's just 3 character artworks. Even Genshin has, you see the full character, they have animations, all that stuff. For some reason, Wuthering Waves, with all their quality and stuff, that you can't see your characters standing together when you're choosing them. So I'm going to hit him with the heavy again. As someone who wants change and loves this game, right? This isn't hating, obviously. You guys know I've been playing this game for at least 12 hours a day, multiple times a week. I obviously love the game, but I think we got to be brutal. I'm going to say somewhat dissatisfied because I am. I'm not satisfied with the general look feeling so samey to Genshin and that team UI. I would like to see that changed. Also, why is L the team button when you are giving a shortcut for the team? In what universe would you think to press L? I'm genuinely asking, why would you press L? Why not? Because team starts with T. Ooh, lineup. Ooh, very nice. Because Genshin is L. And I'm like, why the fuck? I'm trying to change my team. Yeah, okay, lineup's good. So what I was going to say is, did they just do that because Genshin did it? Because I would assume that they want to change your team, so you press T. Honkai Star Rail, T. Team. T is too close to R. What's wrong with that? What does R even do? R is Alt. Changing your team isn't something you want to accidentally do in regular gameplay. That's a good point. That is a good point. That's a good point. That's a good argument. You don't want to hit team when you're trying to ult. Yeah, you're right about that. Events and challenges. All out towards the peaks, so I didn't do them. What's banners never fall? Current combat event. I'm going to have to hit unable to rake, so I didn't do it. Should have done this afterwards, chat. We should have done this afterwards. Co-op experience. More co-op events would be cool, yeah? Look, we had fun in 1.0, where you can get people to come into your world and you can just beat asses and whatever. I'm not going to hit him with Vary because I don't have a lot of experience. I feel like more would be sick. Moxie will mind blow when he knows Genshin UI is also copied from some other game. So I don't get why people act like Genshin actually did anything innovative. I don't think people are acting like Genshin did anything innovative. They're saying that Wuthering Waves, if they want to stand out, which they do, it would make sense to separate. The point isn't like, oh my god, Genshin made something so amazing. They're just saying, be different from Genshin, so people don't think you're just a copy of the game. It does give that implication if you're out of the loop, you know what I mean? And especially, like, if you're a Kurobot, right? If you're a Kurobot, you don't want people thinking you're playing Genshin, right? You don't want people thinking you're playing Genshin. You hate Genshin Impact, you know what I mean? But, I think it makes sense to not necessarily just be a Kurobot. I don't dislike the UI necessarily. I just dislike that it's so reminiscent of the competitor. I don't have necessarily problems with the way it functions, just that it is so similar to their direct competitor that it feels like I genuinely thought it was from the same company. What do you think about the amount of playable content in version 2.4? Ooh, amount of playable content. Okay. I have an interesting take here. Playtime's too long? No. Playtime is relatively long. Sufficient content. The actual playtime is appropriate. I'm in two minds here. What I like about these gacha games, kind of, is that you can play a little bit and then get a 3-week break and you have to waste your whole life on the game. And most people do the story in one day, which is like, Okay, awesome. Everything that I needed to do is done in a day. And now I got 3 weeks of breathing room. But it's over. And you're sitting here waiting for 3 weeks for more. I'd rather quality than quantity. True, but that's not what the question is. I wouldn't say it was limited, but I wouldn't mind a little more. I would like more. This game's so sick. I would like more. Dude, they have so much money. Solomon himself said they have to do that. They can't pump them out every patch. Can they not really? Do you know how much money these companies make? Do you know how much money? They could hire so many people. So much money. If I was a full-time streamer, I'd be cooked. What I mean is I wouldn't mind just more story. I'm stuck between these two, you know what I mean? It's almost a bit of a shame that at a certain point, I can only really play for 20 minutes a day. I'd rather it be, is it already over than finally already? Yeah, but that's not the question though, right? You say, I'd rather it's already over than finally it's already over. Or would you rather, oh my God, there's more? That's the question. I agree that sufficient is good and ample is good. I agree that all of this is good. It's not limited. Limited isn't fair. The word limited is not fair. That's the only problem. I'd say it's sufficient, but I do want more. But that's the thing, right? Saying them sufficient means that's enough. I can't lie to myself. I would like a little more story. Even though limited is not the word I would use. I'm not gonna lie to myself and say the story was, I would like a little more story. Have you acquired/purchased the following outfits? Chang Li's outfit, Laurel Nymph. I did acquire and purchase this. Oh my God, are we gonna answer questions about this? Carlotta's outfit, Splashing Summer. I did. May I please answer some questions about this, please? I did buy them both, yes. How satisfied are you with the following outfits? I need to be able to write, man, but they're not gonna read everything I say anyway. But I would like to write my opinions. That's what this video is about, I guess. We get to explore our thoughts. Designs were beautiful. Very simple. Chang Li's was intricate. Chang Li's was actually beautiful. That was not a simple design. Very, 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 very pretty in just design itself. Very pretty. Also like Carlotta's as well. That's what the rich girl wearing the one piece to the pool. Perfect sense. They were expensive as hell. And in the artwork, they made it look like there was going to be a special gun for Carlotta that she would use water type attacks with. And they made it look like their shoes could come off, or that they made it look like Chang Li would be barefoot. And I don't want Wuthering Waves to be accused of clickbait. I don't want them to be accused of that. Even their promo trailer, they weren't wearing shoes, and that's an important part of the character design. So, not denying, no, I'm just talking about their promotion. I don't have anything. I'm a completely neutral man. I have no anything. There's no avoiding it. I'm just talking about I'm an anime artist and I create characters. And so as a person who creates characters, the way you advertise those characters is important to the person who is going to spend money to own your character design. It's important. I was satisfied with the way they looked. I wasn't satisfied with how freaking expensive they were. I wasn't satisfied for how expensive they were. Their animations didn't change. And I think they could add some customization. I'm gonna hit them with the somewhat, but I love them. I love their visuals, just as a raw character design. Oh my God. Okay. How satisfied are you with the following aspects of Laurel Nymph? Theme, visual design, outfit style, backstory. Well, I don't know if that was backstory. I like that they connected it to Septimon's pool. Would have been cool if they were there. I'd say overall satisfied. Visual design, stunning. Outfit style, stunning. I don't think that's backstory, but it's implied. Aesthetics, visual appeal, 3D rendering. 3D rendering? Wow. Compatibility. The outfits? Compatibility with the Resonator's personality and character traits. I mean, yeah, totally made sense for both of their characters. I liked how different they were and how they worked with their personalities. Yes, great. I was satisfied. That worked. Practically all of these outfits have a story with them. Interesting. Associated accessories, avatar, lineup images. I think there should be an accessory to customize them. I'm going to be a bit dissatisfied here. Give me an accessory to change, to customize them. I need customization. So easy, man. It's so easy. Don't even talk to me. So easy to customize, like to add a little toggle item, right? I'm hitting very. Give me some toggles, bro. Come on. Give me a toggle item that can, if you equip the item, it changes the way it looks. Shoe toggle. I mean, it's a beef skin, right? True. Chat said it, not me. Outfits compatibility with the Resonator's personality and character traits. Yeah, I'm satisfied, I guess. I might hit the overall here because I want to tell them that, like, aesthetics. You know what? I'm going overall all here because they could be better, because they should have had the visuals, change their visuals, like water type. What's the name? I don't think it's as easy to add customization as you think it is. I disagree, man. Why? So many games do it. Why? Add an item that is a just an item, just like what's her name's hat, right? What's her name? Rover. Rover's little hat. You just go into your inventory and you click the hat, and now you've got a skin that also has a floating hat. It's just modeling a hat, animating the hat, and now you got the hat. They've done it with the mask. They've done it with the hat. I understand that something like a shoe toggle means now you have to change the heights of heels and stuff like that. It can be done, man. It can be done. This company has $1 billion bazillion. They can do it. Trust me. Why did you decide to acquire Laurel Myth? Visual appealing. It was within my price range. No, it wasn't. It can be purchased with Lunites, which I can get as part of the Lunite subscription. No. You only get 300 of those, but I guess, sure. It can be purchased with Lunites, so you can get as part of the Lunite subscription. Okay, sure. Heard good reviews. I don't care what anyone says. I want to take advantage of the limited time discount. Yes. Why did I didn't decide because of that, but sure, I guess that's true. That made sure I got it in the moment. So that impacted my decision. Bit of FOMO there, true. Changlei is one of my favorite characters, yes. I use Changlei often, yes. I regularly buy outfits, yes. How much do you think Laurel Nymph deviates from Changlei's original characterization? No, not at all. She was a bit, she was the mature, flirty, whatever. She would wear some over the top, thing to the beach. No deviation. I feel like she would wear that to the pool. How much do you think Laurel Nymph deviates from Changlei's original fashion style? She was she was very 1.0, like semi, I don't know what the word is for the genre. There was definitely a deviation from her original outfit, but like, I don't care. It's good that it deviates. I want different people wear different outfits in different scenarios. What is your preferred extent for an outfit to deviate from its wearer's original characterization, identity, and personality? I don't care. My preferred extent, I like some deviation. I almost don't mind significant. I don't want it to ruin their personality or identity, but I like that that can give you another side of them. So I'm okay with some deviation. That's fine with me. What is your preferred extent for an outfit to deviate from its wearer's original fashion style? Preferred, some, even significant. I like them looking real different. I like them different. Notice how Moxie got skin survey and not many of us Kuro knows. That is interesting. It is interesting that they gave me, of all people, a deep dive into the skins as an anime artist. How satisfied are you with the Dawn Upon Thorns set? Beautiful. It looked amazing. What was it, $10? I liked it. Looked good. How satisfied? Beautiful. They're my favorite wings in the whole game. I use them on everybody. I'm satisfied. But they're pretty expensive. I'll give them an overall. Ooh, why are you satisfied with the Dawns Upon Thorns set? Ooh, you may skip this question. Why are they leaving me right on this one? I don't care about this one so much. You know what I loved about 2.4 Climax? Interactions and bonding between characters like Mia, Lupa, and Carthea. Yes, I do like that they made... Yeah, I like that they made the characters interact separate from Rover. Yes, hugely. Getting Lupa and Carthea having their own story moment was so good. I would have loved to see a bit more at the end with Carthea and Scar and stuff. That would have been also sick. How satisfied are you with the premium aspect? You mean how satisfied are you with how much it costs or whatever? Yeah, I mean it's $10, man. Jesus Christ. Make it $3. Why is premium aspect Dawns Upon Glider not satisfactory? It's quite expensive for what it is. That's kind of it, right? How satisfied are you with the version 2.4 bundles? We cooked with these a little bit. They're fucking expensive, man. These things cost a shit ton of money. Give us more stuff for our money. You don't need to charge us so much money, right? None of this should cost as much IRL money as it does. None of it should cost as much money as it does. Surely, right? I do like that they're able to continually funnel us this game and high quality whatever stuff. Do they need that much money? I'm not sure. All of the animations cost a lot. Promo trailers, constant art and stuff coming out. But wow. It is a lot of money. But a lot of people can free to play as well. It's interesting. How much money do they just store? You know what I mean? Do they really use all of it to make the game better? I highly doubt it. I'm gonna hit them with the somewhat and just make them cheaper, man. I'll be happy. Everyone will be happy if they're cheaper. It's hard to imagine they need as much money as they get. I do understand it's possible that a lot of money does go into these games. There's a reason companies keep it secretive. Yeah. They definitely spend a shit ton on marketing. What types of in-game items are you looking forward to? Ooh. Title, don't really care. Avatar, don't really care. What's a phantom appearance? Ooh. Give me more shiny colors and stuff. Yeah, give me more of those. Echo skins. More outfits. Yes, please. More weapon projections. Now, the problem is, the way they're doing things is Like with Looper, right? There's a big debate here. Is Looper having a weapon, a spear, and a great sword that you barely see, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Good positive thing, obviously, being that you don't have to pay your pulls or whatever to get the weapon to make her look complete and have the weapon that she's designed for. Very good point. The other way to look at it is that you lose full customization, and now the weapon kind of doesn't mean anything. Now you can't really mix and match so much with the newer characters. Now you're taking away reason to even pull for the weapon if you don't care about stats. So it's interesting. But I see the both, right? Just now I feel like we're in Honkai Star Rail, right? I'm not pulling weapons in Honkai Star Rail very often because they're just drawings. If you really think about it, the weapons end up just becoming a way to make you to spend more pulls to make your character stronger. So if you want better character, you need to pull weapon. If you want full max power character. I think they may have lent a little too far. And so the only reason for it to truly exist is to funnel more of your pulls to make your character better. That's my worry, is where you land. You land Honkai Star Rail. Now I lose my ability to customize the character. And that, in my opinion, is sad, but also good for the people who are like, oh, I don't want to customize my character. I just want them as they're designed. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is. So I'm in two minds about that. Which items would you be willing to pay for? Outfit? Oh, shiny? No, maybe collect shinies. Fuck you. Sorry. Willing to pay for? I mean, I paid for a glider. I paid for flight. Dude, the shiny should be random. I found some in the wild, man. Weapon projection. Willing? If you make an absolutely sick, busted, insane weapon projection that I can see on my characters, not willing is a lie. But I would like you just to be able to collect these things. I don't want you to just start making everything fucking pay for it and you can't get in the game. You know, give us some of these. We can play. We gotta play and earn our stuff. You know what I mean? Make them drops from stuff. Yeah, collectibles from events. Make them drop rates and stuff. I think that'd be cool. That'll keep people playing. In the second half of 2.4, the new main quest, Flames of Heart, along with the associated location, Mino Sewers, was released. How did you like this feature where a new main quest is released in the second half? Ooh, love it. I don't know how you guys existed with a 6-week break. I love the split. That's what they're asking, right? Love it, love it, love it. You're looking forward to future storylines or events that feature resonators you met before. For example, Calcharo appears in events. What? Hey, does Calcharo appear? Dude. Yes, extremely excited to bring back previous characters. Yes, please. He got spoiled. I got spoiled from Calcharo. I got spoiled by the Wuthering Waves 2.4 player satisfaction survey. That's crazy. Which of the following resonators are you looking forward to? Ooh. Okay, help me out here. Yono. Yes, good God. Please specify the reason if possible. I mean, Flova, yes. Very important character to the story. I like that she is an antagonistic character who will become playable, even though she may... let's leave it there, sure. Who's this? Who's Quiyan? Yono, stunning design, great tacit mark location. Maybe add another character with the tacit mark on the... Who's Galbarina? Blue Gun Girl. Looks kind of cool. Chissa? Yeah? Think gonna be sick? I like how that she is a callback to your previous game. Punishing Grey Raven. I like that I'm putting that in there. Bullying? Augusta. Oof. Very cool to see a strong gladiator goddess type character with the biggest great sword ever. Keep making them bigger. Wait, go back! Could I have added the purple guy? Who's the guy I like from 1.0? If you go back, it restarts. Shit. What types of gameplay features are you looking forward to in future versions? Strategy? Co-op content that emphasize competition. I wouldn't mind like racing people to kill things. Combat, hell yeah. Leisure, parkour, minigames. Yeah, I like minigames. I like to do more of them. Want to make time. Geshu Lin. Yeah, him. Management simulation. I don't want this to turn into... I mean, I do like managing some stuff, but not too much. I'm fine. More exploration, yes. Roguelikes. I don't really care about the roguelike stuff that much, but it is like fun, constant fighting. So actually in this game, I do like it. Ung just played himself with what he wrote about Iono. I don't know what he's talking about. What I'm saying is I like very unique tacit mark placements because like it's such a cool, unique thing that you've done with your character to make this icon that ties to the music of the world. You can place it anywhere and it matters to their personality. I think that's cool. Co-op content, cooperation. Okay, I think this is why people don't care about co-op so much. Like, this is why MMOs are dying, I think. Because cooperation co-op. But I would like to fight bosses with people, so yes. I think a lot of people play MMOs solo. I think that's worth mentioning. How long is this, man? Which of the following series have you watched for at least one season or 20 episodes? They're asking about animes we've watched. I don't know if I watched 20 episodes of Mob Psycho, but I watched it. Sword Art. Hang on, this is interesting. I watched One Punch. But bro, Pokemon? Hell yeah, I've watched the Pokemon. Only reason I know how to YouTube is because of Pokemon. Tom and Jerry? I don't think I've watched 20 episodes of Tom and Jerry. That'd be a lie. Under one person, I can think of one person I'd like to be under. I can think of multiple. Demon Slayer, I only watched 4 episodes, maybe 8. Naruto, haven't seen 20 episodes. Solo Leveling, haven't seen a single episode. I watched the first episode of Solo Leveling. It was absolutely shit. But that was like 4 years ago when that's all that was out. We might watch this on Patreon. I know it got good at some point. The first episode was so shit. It was so... I don't even know if I got through the whole episode. Full Metal Alchemist, I've only watched 1 episode. I've tried 3 times to watch it, and I'm going to try 4 on Patreon soon, and we're going to watch the whole thing, because apparently it's amazing. Hunter x Hunter, watched 3 episodes. Would like to watch the whole thing. Apparently it's amazing. Doraemon, I know the word. Don't know what it is. Howie and Landau, land on these nuts. SpongeBob! Why are they asking about SpongeBob? Why? I have watched SpongeBob, yep. Inuyasha, watched 1 episode. Want to watch? No, I haven't seen any of Inuyasha. Would like to watch it. Digimon, I probably watched 20 episodes of Digimon as a kid. Yep, Digimon slaps. Dragon Ball, now we're talking. Keep the Super Saiyan Queens coming. Flowing, golden rate, glowing transformations. Keep the character transformations happening, please, God. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, seen 20. Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. JoJo's, haven't watched it yet. Would like to. Gurren Lagann, we are speaking my language. Yep. Take some reference from Gurren Lagann. I don't necessarily care about a mecha, but big, over-the-top, ridiculous, insane things with god-tier animation, yes. Which series did you enjoy? Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, One Punch, Mob Psycho. Yeah, I like them all, man. I watched them because I like them. Sword Art Online, it fell off, man. Sword Art Online was awesome. Abridged was awesome. Sword Art Online itself, they dropped the ball on the story so bad. But I mean, I enjoyed watching it. It just became shit. But the concept was good. I'm not against you guys taking some stuff from that. Gurren slapped. Which of the following movies or series have you watched? Oh my God, they're asking like what stuff to reference. I think they need to be a little careful here because they are referencing very, very hard. Lupus weapon, which has nothing to do with her character. Why does she have a great sword even though she swings it like a couple of times? Is literally, not literally, it's slightly different. But it is the Elden Ring greatsword. You know what I mean? Cool, awesome, but they did just throw that shit in there. You know what I mean? Movies. I have watched Avengers. Avatar, I guess I watched the first one when I was like 10. Real Steel, don't know. Guardians, yeah, I watched it. I watched a little bit of Transformers, I suppose. Alita Battle Angel, I watched a bit of it. I wanted to watch all of it as an anime artist. I only watched a little bit. Dune did watch. Justice League. Is that just general, like, DC stuff? I guess. Watchmen didn't watch. Paprika, I've been wanting to watch for a million years. I've seen some Godzilla. Haven't seen Resident Evil. Haven't seen Neza, whatever that is. I've seen a little bit of X-Men, I suppose, yeah. Which of the movies did you enjoy? Avengers was hit or miss, but I would say I enjoyed it. Big collaborative moments with lots of iconic characters. You know, you should definitely take some inspiration from Avengers. X-Men, sure, same reason. Guardians of the Galaxy, sure, same reason. Don't get too millennial humor with it, though. Be careful. Avatar, very visually stunning. Beautiful. Transformers. All I remember is Megan Fox, to be honest. I don't really remember the Transformers. I remember them having Linkin Park. That slapped. And that's kind of it. Alita Battle Angel, fucking awesome. Godzilla. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, Godzilla's cool. I like Dune. Which of the following movies have you watched? Oh my God, we're cooking. Flash, no. Captain America, maybe. Thor, maybe. Dark Knight, yes. Wonder Woman, probably at some point. Hulk, probably at some point. Have I seen Wonder Woman? I don't know. Aquaman, Black Widow, don't know. Joker, yes. Wolverine, yes. Batman, Superman, no. Definitely seen some Spider-Man. Definitely seen Iron Man. All right, why are we going so down the DC rabbit hole, man? Why are we going so down here? Which movies or movie series feature main characters you like? I like Iron Man, I guess. Sure. Captain America, sure, whatever. Thor the GOAT. Hulk. I mean, do I care about Hulk really? Big guy with a transformation, sure, whatever. Spider-Man, yeah, they're fine, whatever. Based on your experience in the game so far, do you have any, oh shit. Do you have any additional feedback or suggestions? I had so many thoughts during the playthrough. What are my thoughts? This is important. I want more. More skins. More story. More insane animation. Give us the ability to emote with our characters on command. Sit. Wave. More customization. I would like to be able to replay all parts of the story and replay cutscenes and visuals so I can watch them again and experience them in different ways. You should be able to just click 2.2 Card of Theater fight and go do it again. It is a shame that I cannot replay certain fights, experience certain arenas or cutscenes again in the game. That is disappointing to me. Like, especially for me as a content creator, I want to be able to go back in there, fight it again, B-roll, experience it all, see the, see the different areas again, especially the ones that disappear forever. It would be nice to be able to fly in the previous areas. You know what? They don't have mounts. I understand that some echoes can kind of be mounts. Mounts would be really cool. It seems like certain things just cost too much IRL money for what they are, setting people up for disappointment. Because people got mad online for this sort of thing, right? Yeah, I was going to mention the 50-50. Finally, maybe, new gacha games that are coming out are understanding players' frustrations with the 50-50 system on character summons. Please remove this. Please. How do we do this? How do we say this? So they're not going to change it, but they might if all these new gacha games do well. The problem is we need a game to do well. I'm worried about NTE. Then they make like no money. There's no way they make no money though. They've got, give us the skins. Get like, you know what I mean? Entire feedback going to be discarded. Probably true. People who dislike the 50-50 haven't played enough gacha games. What does that mean? If they take out the 50-50, they might raise pity. But then they've changed nothing. If they do that, they're going to get raged on because they've changed nothing. If they remove 50-50, they could just give out less balls. Yeah, I know. It's a delicate weird because a lot of it comes down to the currency funneling, right? Removing 50-50 means they'll give us less asteroids. Okay, here's what you need to... You can't... Look, you're making assumptions on the second part of this. You're doing the pancakes waffles thing, kind of, in a different way, right? If we say, please remove the 50-50, what we mean is, please remove the 50-50 and don't now raise the pity. Please consider your implementation of this system. I think removing it will cause all players who lost 50-50 to be mad. Yeah, true, but it will increase everyone's happiness for the future, including them. Removing 50-50 will cause legal troubles. Fuck the law. That's not how it works. No, I know, that was mostly a joke. But what I mean is, how do you know that it will cause legal troubles? I think people assume this legal thing and maybe don't really know. Perhaps by removing it entirely, but even by allowing us to choose who we lose to or limiting how many times we can lose, because this system is very dissatisfying. I mean, I know plenty of people who have quit games over losing 50-50. There's added an item in game that allows you to win the first 50-50. Yeah, something like that would be cool. Or when we lose. If it involves money, expect the law, Unc. Okay, so the previous angry thing is like, I'm not going to do this because it might upset the previous player base, is a selfish and weird thing to consider. It's like the remove all student debt one, right? Remove all student debt. But what about the people who paid off their debt? They're going to be angry. So fuck everybody, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, it's just legally they can sue Kuro. They can sue Kuro because they lost their 50-50 and they changed it later. I don't know, man. Can't they just win that lawsuit? Oh, also, we are in desperate need of more 4 stars. It is starting to feel very limited to the limited 5 stars. Genshin changed weapon, but yeah, exactly. Genshin has done it already. It's happened before. Genshin did it on their. Apparently, I heard about this literally a week ago that Tectone lost a bunch of 50-50s and they changed the 50-50 system. Technically, your argument therefore is, hello, Tectone would be mad if they didn't change it because he wasted all his money. So they shouldn't change it because Tectone would be mad. Not obviously he wasn't. You know what I mean? Okay, I can't really explain. You get the idea there, right? Okay. GG's. Keep making peak. Keep doing interesting, dark, and explorative storytelling and amazing animation. We love it. GG's. I'm submitting. Now, what are the odds that a human actually reads that? I don't know.